Hello and welcome to What Are You Saying? #Ways, where we talk about topics in the news as it affects us all. I am Osayiwa Mesale and today I'm loving my blue dress. Joining me in studio is Isi Wakome of Podile.
More than Nisha.
How are you, Isi?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, you look so exhausted.
I am.
I know, I can
It's
imagine.
been a long
Don't worry,
day.
going forward, we'll take you off schedule on Tuesdays.
I will love that,
I'm
honestly.
telling you, I didn't know that your day was that hectic.
It's crazy on Tuesdays. Tuesdays
Wow.
are, it's like my peak already, and that's when I actually start my work for the week. But it's something I'm trying to get used to. It's something I'm trying to get
It's
used
money.
to.
We are happy that
It's
the money is
money.
coming.
Oh no, we are not complaining about the money. It's working the money that's a problem.
Well, we teach value for money here.
Absolutely.
Always. So we need the work.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How are you?
And I
though?
love your
Thank you.
dress. It's
Thank
gorge.
you. Thank
We
you
need
so
to
much.
meet this your tailor.
My dear
This
DJ.
lady is killing us.
She's giving us back to back.
But I'll stick to my black when she has to do something for me.
Maybe
I love
all
my
black.
blacks.
I do,
love
but you
my
know I love
blacks.
black as well. But I'm just trying to play around different colors because I don't want to be too boring. So when I get to that kind John Rivers age, and I'll start to do black.
Boring is my middle name.
Yeah, I'm rocking Dada with you.
Yay!
we're doing
I wish I hadn't colored it so that we play with it together.
By the way, it was Mr. S that did this hair, this packing.
Ooh.
He helped me to pack it in the bun. You know, my hair is natural, so there's a style, there's a method I used to pack it that people think I retouch it, but I don't.
But it's gorgeous.
So he helped me to pack it. So Mr. S, shout out to you.
Oh, Mr. X, we need to come so that you do something to our hair too.
No, he doesn't do that.
Oh, for real?
No.
My heart is broken.
We have Mari. Mari Coco, how are you doing? Is she there, Mari?
Hi, Isi.
Hi,
How are you?
Mari.
Mama Faiza. Oh my goodness.
She's still looking good from the birthday
So Mari,
party.
you didn't give us the what's it called? The
cake.
invitation for the look at how you're opening your eyes. The 1 year birthday.
Pfizer.
You didn't give us the invitation for the 1 year birthday.
There was no party, oh. There was nothing at all. We were just at home, me, her dad, and her. Nobody
And
came.
we saw the
visiting.
pictures. We
But it
saw
was
the
such a
pictures.
beautiful
But we did
picture.
like a
Lovely
photo shoot.
pictures. Lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
But how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Mari, I thought you promised you were going to start coming to the studio. What's happening? I don't get you.
Oh, why are you calling me out on air? You and you have discussed
It has
this in private.
it has gotten to that stage.
Oh, I've never done it to you before.
Now I've come to tell you.
Welcome to the band.
Okay, we are just missing you, me. We can't wait to have you live in
I honestly
studio.
can't wait to come.
And if Pfizer is what we've tried though for Mari.
Yes, now for 1 year.
Mari.
No.
In
Like,
fact,
see, you know
she should come
the
on Children's
first round
Day
was that I was
on
not around. It was not
Thursday.
that I was around and I was not.
Wait. First of all, it was 6 months to pregnancy. We gave you break. Then
There was lockdown now. There was lockdown.
Look at her eyes.
It was not just me.
okay, it's Lami there now. All right, so
Lami
today
there.
we are discussing grazing. And here's what we found. I found this quote. It was very nice, very short and simple. Found as today's quote. The best way to control cow and sheep is to give them a big grazing field. From Suzuki.
I agree with that. You don't have to take them from one place to the other.
I'm telling you.
They have to be stationed
In
at
a
one
place.
point
Yeah.
where they can grow fat
Yeah.
and feed us good meat.
Good meat, yeah. All right, so our President Muhammadu Buhari, in a statement by his media assistant, Malam Garba Shehu, described the ban on open grazing as of questionable legality. Now, according to him, the Southern Governor's action is of questionable legality, given the constitutional right of all Nigerians to enjoy the same rights and freedom within every one of our 36 states and FCT, regardless of the state of their birth or residence. So tonight on Ladies' Night Out, right, hopefully Lami will join us. Isi, Mori, and I will be discussing the issues surrounding open grazing in Nigeria, and we would love to also hear what you, our viewer or viewers, have to say when we open our phone line. So we look forward to your calls. But first, let's take a break to see what we found in the news. You're still watching Ways now. More than 1 million children are reported missing every year. Now, every year, more countries commemorate International Missing Children's Day, acknowledging the need for a harmonized response to protect vulnerable children around the world. The International Center for Missing and Exploited Children considers any child under the age of 18 whose whereabouts are unknown to be missing. Now, this includes children who have been abducted, abandoned, separated from their parents, or are running away from a home that is not safe. Now, we believe every child deserves to be in the safety and security of a caring adult. And when they are missing, no matter the circumstances, they are profoundly vulnerable. I mean, my heart goes out to, especially here in northern Nigeria, all the children that have been abducted, kidnapped. I mean, southern Nigeria as well. Kidnapping is going around, as in everywhere you hear a child is missing and all of that. My heart goes out to every family right now looking for a missing relative. I just hope that, and they are able to find them and reunite them back to their loved one.
Exactly, especially those that are being entrusted to their caregivers, and the caregivers actually run away with these children, and at the end of the day, kidnap the children and tell the parents to pay a particular ransom. I think we've even gone past that stage now, because these days when children are kidnapped, they don't come back home, and thanks to what is happening in southern Kaduna, we do not want to experience that anymore this year. Hopefully, we hope that there should be an end to this crisis. Absolutely. And there should be an end to kidnapping children. Yes, kidnapping children from schools. Absolutely. Especially.
So, Mari, what did you find for us in the news today?
Okay, insecurity, which is a major reason why this bill is being. Reps consider discontinuation of NYSC bill. So the bill has currently passed a second reading. This follows the rising level of insecurity in the country. The sponsor of the bill, Mr. Awaji Inobek Abiante, in the explanatory note of the proposal, listed various reasons why the NYSC program should be scrapped. And one of the major reasons is the rising insecurity in the country. So a lot of people are saying, yes, it should be cancelled. A lot of people are saying, no, don't take the memory away. I'm saying, yes, cancel it, scrap it, dead it, gone, be gone. But yeah, to keep it short, I found on the news for us today.
Yeah, that was a story that I think Tammy or Elsie, one of them, no, not Elsie, I think Lami or Tammy took that story yesterday. Yeah. And I saw them going back and forth on scrapping and all of that. So I think what should be done is to sit down and write down the way they will tell you when you're having problem with your boyfriend. They'll say, okay, write his good, list it, and write the bad and list it. So what outweighs what? You understand? Exactly. So if the good outweighs the negative, then so how can we make it better and safer? Exactly. It breaks my heart sometimes when you hear some kind of pathetic stories of, how a mother would spend all her investment. I mean, we've had
sending their children to
and
school.
So during NYSC, the child is killed and nothing is done to that, and the only child. So I mean, so many people are grieving right now because they've gone through so many horrific stories as it concerns NYSC. So I think instead of just making a blanket statement, let's work with facts. Yes. So if we put down the pros, we put down the cons. Let us see, what outweighs what. If the good outweighs the bad, then of course we'll say, okay, what are we not getting right? Then if the bad outweighs the good, then you now say, okay, maybe I'll try scrapping.
For me, basically, I'm going to say this. Basically, the context in which they want to scrap it out, basically saying that for insecurity reasons.
Yeah, but that is like cutting the branch.
Yes, I think if we're using that as a yardstick to actually propose that we scrap it out, I think it is unfounded because it's something that can be fixed. But if they give us other reasons other than insecurity, then I would be
It's a laudable word. I mean, I've never been to Isayin.
I'll be totally all for it.
Ibadan.
Yes.
If I tell you the school, they posted me to... As I got to the school, I say, sir, please sign reject. In one village. See me with my yellow papa, I say, yeah. He's saying, One village like that. I said, sir, please, as you see me like, do you think I can copy this village? Just reject me.
I did my youth service at Ilorin, NASE, National, what was it called now? Army School of Education. So it was like the education has been calling me since. I was the one that rejected it. So
Mori, where did you serve? This one you are saying they should dead it.
There.
Let me.
I did my orientation camp in Osun State. Then I redeployed to Lagos to do mine.
Okay, that's nice.
I enjoyed the Ilorin through and through, and it was fun.
He's saying.
And
interesting. One of my very good
I
friends.
got to understand military men when I served in Ilorin.
All right, so what did you find for us in the news?
Why am I going first? But let me take it though. Let me take it.
Because mine is a follow-up from yours.
Okay, so she has said a story, and my story goes thus: that gunmen raised down Orji police station, and this happened today in Imo State, a place called Orji. From what we heard, it's supposed to be a newly finished police station. It was just renovated or something. So nobody knows what actually happened. The story is still unfolding, and we keep our ears close to the ground to see what actually caused it. And some people have been killed, though, from it, and traders also have been killed as well, because about 2 of them, based on the stories we've heard so far. So we'll still keep our ears close to the ground to see how far.
All right, so I just have 2 quick follow-up stories on that, your story. So they said unknown gunmen were receiving special prayers from the citizens, that they are not after the citizens. Look at how friendly they were to the people. So for me, when I saw this, I mean, I don't know if they can play the video, but it was interesting to see that they were praising them, you know. Okay, so if these people now are done raiding all the police stations, who do you think they will turn to next?
The citizens.
We should stop anything that is evil, condemn it. Don't feel, okay, because now the evil is not coming towards me, you would accept it. Then on the other hand, a very hilarious story that I found in the news. I said, no, I have to take this one. So according to a Twitter user, it says, Isiala Oboro police station in Ikuano local government area has voluntarily shut down their station, freed everyone in their cell, sold all seized cars and other properties. The station is under lock and key. Other police stations should emulate them now before it's too late. Like, I saw this, I said, what? So it's getting to the point where even the police people are afraid. You know, these ones, they did not even wait for the gunmen to come to them. They have voluntarily done everything and shut down the police station. Is this not a sad story?
For how long are we going to live like this? Let's call a spade a spade. For how long are we going to say, okay, we can't trust our security personnel? For how long can we say, okay, we are living in a country where we can't even run to a place to get solace and seek solace from what is currently going on? I mean, it is heart-rending. It's mentally
it's draining, actually.
Draining. It's so sad. Looking at this, I don't find anything hilarious about it.
Well, for me,
I think, yes, they ran away for their lives before the people actually got to them. But I think it is high time we get to understand the mindset of the kind of of policemen we have currently going in the country.
No, it's not about mindset. So when I was in university, I remember clearly one time where this was back then, I think 2001 or so, when I was in university. So this was when it just started raining, that they would come in fully geared military attire, but they were armed robbers. So we had just 2 banks. There was a particular bank that was at a roundabout, and straight down was a police station. So when these people came, they came in a speedboat with military uniforms. By the time they came, the first one that landed was a lady, fully kitted, with a machine gun. She faced the police station. Easy. Policemen were removing uniform. They were flinging their uniform and diving into the bush with mufti. So let me tell you
This
something.
stems from the fact that the government will not take care of them if anything happens to them.
That's what I'm saying. And again, they are not equipped for the kinds of opposition that they are facing. So these issues is, I mean, it's beyond just saying, oh, we don't have patriotic policemen or we don't have policemen that are brave or whatever.
I totally agree
It
with
is
you.
something that how do we equip them so that they can also match these people firearm for firearm? They can't. They don't have it. So the people just digitally say, you know what? Let them not even come. We'll shut down. But that was hilarious. We'll take a break. Well, we're not talking police reforms and all of that. We're talking, what's it called? The grazing. The issues. I mean, there are too many issues. Counter, this one is, attacking basbos everywhere.
Basbos.
Yes. So when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Now, the presidency has questioned the propriety of the ban placed on open grazing in southern Nigeria by the governors of the region. Now, the 17 southern governors under the aegis of Southern Governors Forum had, in what is now described as Asaba Declaration, raised 12 resolutions, one of which was the ban on open grazing. Now, but reacting to the ban, the presidency, in a statement by the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Malam Garba Shehu, said President Muhammadu Buhari had expressed a strong resolve to address the conflict between herders and farmers in a sustained and lasting manner that should lead to the emergence of a permanent solution to the frequent clashes between them, as well as the associated problems of the gun-wielding killer headsmen. Now, according to him, President Buhari had approved a number of specific measures to bring a permanent end to the frequent skirmishes as recommended by Alhaji Sabo the Minister of Agriculture, in a report the president signed in April. Now, he said the recommendations were made before the actions of the Southern Governors Forum, which attempted to place a ban on open grazing and other acts of politicking intended by its signatories to demonstrate their power. So are the Southern governors politicking or showing off power as they are claiming, or is there a true need to put a structure in the animal rearing business in Nigeria? Because it's a business, right?
Absolutely.
So please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Tweet at us at WayShowAfrica1 with the hashtag WayShow, or send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. All right, so I was really hoping that Lami was going to be in this conversation because I wanted to hear the legal angle.
Absolutely.
Because if the president is questioning the legalities of what the Southern governors are doing, I was really hoping she would, but unfortunately we don't know where she is. But let me just hear your take on. Let's just focus on the grazing itself. Let's leave what the president said, whether questioning the legalities of what the Southern governors are doing, right? What do you think, how do you think we should approach rearing of animals, the business of animal husbandry? I mean, obviously they call them,
Yes. Basically, for me, I think, yes, we all know, first of all, I would say I am in total support of what the Asaba Declaration has done.
Has declared.
Yes, they've declared. So it's very important that we get that out of the way, because it is high time we get to understand the rationale behind everything that has happened. If not for the fact that what's it called, the Southerners, the Fulani herdsmen came into the southern part of the country, and after causing so much mayhem in the north, and they now decided to bring it down this way, the likes of Sunday Igboho wouldn't have even come up in the first place. What we are looking at is a total, is almost veering towards, I have the right to do whatever I want to do, so long as we are all in Nigeria. Agreed. They're putting a hold on freedom of movement of the herdsmen, but it is to the advantage of the people, in the context that the people have gone through so much pain in allowing these people to, or the herdsmen, to graze their fields. But in the process, the herdsmen in turn had the militia who they moved around with, that caused so much. What's it called? They were the ones that actually perpetrated the evil by kidnapping the people, kidnapping women, assaulting people along the road, and destroying farmlands, and also killing the farmers in the process as well. So they've caused so much problem, aside from the fact that these people, we do not even know if they are really from Fulani tribe, because we've heard that they are from Niger, we've heard that they're speaking another tribe, which is also probably Chad. So we do not know which is it, but the bottom line is that we know that we do not want the open grazing, we do not want open grazing anymore in Nigeria. For them to move from the north to the south. Now we have the right to say, okay, yes, we do not want these people. So what's the way forward? The way forward is total simple ranching. Ranching it's time for us to understand that we need to be more innovative in our way of approach. In the context that Netherlands, for example, has done this without having Fulani or whoever move from one place to the other. Is for them to be able to do this innovatively, even without even rearing the cattle themselves.
It's interesting.
They have been able, they've been able to do this, what's it called, produce the meat and made it edible for people, and it was real meat.
Yeah, it's interesting how you're mentioning Netherlands, because I remember my trip to Amsterdam. Yeah. So when I was done in Amsterdam, I decided not to take a plane to France. Okay. I decided to go by bus, right, from Amsterdam to Paris. And, driving that distance, you would see beautiful farmlands.
Beautiful.
Massive windmills, right? You will see the ranches, you will see how organized.
They have
that stretch. And I remember when my sister was in the UK and she was graduating from her master's, and we went from London, we went to Lancaster, because that was the university she went to. We entered the train. The same thing you would see. You would see farmlands, beautiful farmlands all over. So we have a plethora of forest. You see all these things that we are having issues of kidnappers. It's not because they have forest to go and, if the government decides to start converting you don't have to have, because it's a highway, you don't have to have bushes. You can actually clear those fields and make it a proper, system structure where people will just be seeing different farm herder and all of that. But let me come to Maury, before I come back to you again. Maury, so what's your initial conversation around open grazing? Do you agree with open grazing, or are you also in support of what the southern governors are doing? Is Maury there, or did we lose her? Okay, so let me quickly define what the meaning of grazing animals is for those that do not understand what grazing is. It says in agriculture, grazing is a method of animal husbandry whereby domestic livestock are allowed to consume wild vegetations outdoor in order to convert grass and other forages into meat, milk, wool, and other animal products, often on land unsuitable for arable farming, right? So you are supposed to just keep them, in a location and ensure that you're giving them the right nutrients. And they don't necessarily now. Because I've seen a lot of people, farmers especially, we are farmers. We've just been blessed that we've not had this kind of issues. Such a problem. But I know so many farmers that have complained of cattle coming into their farmland, destroying their crop. No damage, no remorse, nothing, no compensation for the damaged crop and all of that. And so my point is, do you think the government is seeing herding, cattle rearing, do you think they're seeing it as that this is a private business to these individuals, or maybe they're not seeing it like that? Because why would you allow another person? It's just like somebody else now will come into Plus TV and want to take our cameras and shoot their production. Does it make sense to you that
the problem
you don't work here?
The problem with our government is that they've politicized everything. Everything still goes back to politics. If we look at it in the context of them looking at it as a business, I don't think so. It's all about politics for them, and it's all about who has the muscle to pull it through. Basically, it's a thing like a tug of war, basically between the North and the South. And another thing is this, that during Asaba Declaration has done this, they are clamoring for no to open grazing. And they're saying that the Southern governors coming together, what they have decided was that they shouldn't have said it, and they shouldn't have come together the way they did. Another thing is the Northern governors have been doing this. They've been coming together, and nobody has been saying anything. So you see that it's about there's a tussle between the North and the South, and we are not even taking note of it because we are looking at the problems, we are looking at the issues on ground instead of us to
I don't also want us to be part of those people that will start to bring politics into this thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I am just thinking.
But they are looking at it as
so
politics.
let's not play that card with them when they are doing it, because I am just looking at this. This is a business. It's just like me now. I'm a farmer. I have my own farmland, right? So I am paying for everything that I'm using there.
Absolutely.
So now these people that are herders, so growing up in Kaduna, I used to see them. They come, they take their cattle right in front of our houses. In fact, at that time when we were growing up, they were so peaceful. They would give us, we'll buy the fura, the kindirumo, that's the fat that comes from the oil.
Okay.
You know, that manshano is really nice. You eat it with, you just fry it a little bit with onions and some pepper, eat it with boiled yam. It's really nice, and So I'm just saying that these were things, and some people used to use it on their hair, makes the hair long according to them, but I didn't like the smell.
Okay.
These were the norm of how things were. But as we evolve, as technology is coming, people are now saying that these cattle do not have to travel miles anymore.
Exactly.
We can, and again, with even the innovations that is happening in agriculture,
exactly,
you can produce the right feed that would bring the flesh of the cow out well, so that you will have enough meat that is proteinous.
Before I go into that topic, let me debunk one of the statements you've just made.
Which one?
Based on the fact that based on what we have done or the innovations in agriculture. Remember, it's the same agriculture ministry that we have in Nigeria that the minister took out money to do what? To build a mosque. So we have issues. So let's look at being innovative. We haven't decided to go the extra yard to do that. We are only being innovative in, making the citizens more reliable on the government, or making the citizens more what is the right word for this thing now? Not okay with the government, basically. We are making the people run from pillar to post. The government has made the people not... how do I put this word now? There's so much unpredictability around the government based on the issues that have come up.
Are you sure this government is unpredictable?
No, they are highly unpredictable, because when you think that they are going to talk, they won't talk. The next thing, they will do another thing that you're not even expecting.
Wait, hold on. So
that it will happen.
You want to tell me that the government in Nigeria, they shock you with their actions? I'm not surprised. That's the word I'm trying to look for. I'm not surprised when they do certain things. But I think, do we have Maury now? If we don't, let's just go on a short break. When we return, we'll open the phone lines, and hopefully we can find Maury and Lami. Stay with us. We'll be right back. These people.
Politics has helped shape the decision of the polity, from conspiracy theories to good old-fashioned comic politics.
These are the results of tomorrow's election. Okay, you have it already, Abi.
I am not hungry. If I need appointment, all I need to do is to start praising government.
Plus, politics will fill the polls of the country, from friends to frenemies, even strange bedfellows, to clones and stooges. We go beyond the rhetorics and the drama to analyze the story behind the story.
Let anybody come and say.
The moment we stop having charlatans occupy political offices, we will curtail hate speech.
Plus Politics, not just another political show. It's about putting you, the citizens, in the know.
Alright, so if you're just tuning in, it's our ladies' night out and we're discussing the issues around open grazing and hopefully trying to find a lasting solution. Now, please let us hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join this conversation. Please at us at PlusTvAfrica1 with the hashtag WayShow, or send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. Our phone line is open now, and please, when you call in, turn off the volume of your television set. Keep your conversation short, within a minute, so we can have more people join the conversation. Thank you so much. So we look forward to hearing from you, our audience, because it's very important that we hear what you have to say. All right, so before we went on a break, right, we're just talking around the issues. Now, so I like the fact what you're trying to bring out, but for me, I'm saying that do not be shocked. You know, this government, I mean, you don't, like what they always say, that you cannot give what you do not have.
Exactly.
So time and time again, these people have proven that they are not, there are certain kinds of things you shouldn't
expect from them.
Thank you. The word I'm looking for is that we raise the standards too high.
Yes.
So we should bring it to their level, right? So when certain things happen these days, I am not shocked, I'm not surprised. Because honestly speaking, I would have been shocked if they did right. So that's how I see the present government. So nothing gets me worked up. So my point is, how do we make this open grazing effective? Some are saying that, some quarters are saying that there was a Ruga plan that the government had before, where they wanted to create not just the ranches, they will now also build like this mini community schools,
that was in
and all of that.
2018.
Yes. You know, but they shut that down because also these southern governors are saying that we do not want you to come and start cohabiting in our land. See this as a business. So if this were a business, right, and you owned cattle, how would you approach setting up your ranch?
That's a tough one, but let me take it from a layman's point of view, basically.
Okay, sorry, just hold on. Let me take Sophia from Abuja. Sophia, thank you for joining us. Let's hear what you have to say.
I didn't hear what they're saying, really. I want to hear more.
You want to hear which one?
What they're saying more.
Which of the people? The government?
Yes. No, the people that are discussing in the TV.
Oh, you cannot hear us?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I want to know the topic.
Okay, so we are talking about open grazing in Nigeria.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, go ahead. So I said, how would you approach?
I just love Nigeria.
Yes. She wants to hear it. So they put the topic for you to see very well, Sophie. We're analyzing the issues surrounding open grazing in Nigeria.
Oh
yeah, so you're saying.
So if I had a business and I want to have a ranch, basically, first things first, I will buy a large expanse of land. That's the first thing I will do. Then I will make my land fallible for the to rear goats and sheep and the likes of them and the cattle. And in the process, there is also a way. I know back then when we were taught agriculture, there is a way you use the dung from the cattle to fertilize the soil. So if you're able to do this, you are able to have good grass, beautiful green grass where they can actually feed on. Aside from that, you can also buy hay, which is dry grass, which they can also feed on, and also employ people that
so I was
will
even coming to that. So
the work.
Our farmland currently, we have different kinds of crops that we grow. So when we got there, it was just forest.
Yeah.
We started clearing the lands. So we said, okay, we'll need some staff to work. So we built small hostels. We started with wooden hostel. We didn't have money then to build like a proper structure. We did a wooden structure, temporal structure, and we put bunk beds for them to be able to sleep. Then we had about like 8 or 10 workers there. They would need water, right? We sunk a borehole. They would need, do you understand? But the land, we bought the land. So it's the same thing if I wanted to rear animals. It's a business.
It's a business.
So I don't know why the government seems to be sentimental when it comes to cattle rearing. Cattle rearing is a business because when these people are done rearing those cattle, they take the cattle and they go to sell it to make money.
Exactly.
You understand? So why would you not treat it like, as a business? But let me take Chinedu, then I'll come back to you. Chinedu from Warri, are you there? Thank you for calling. Let's hear what you have to say. Turn up your volume.
Thank you very much. The truth is, open grazing itself is cattle rearing, is a private business.
Absolutely.
So if you want to get involved in cattle business, you should also be ready to acquire the land you need to do that business.
Exactly.
There's nothing like open grazing, there's nothing like open market, there's nothing like open anything. There's no free food, even in Freetown. So when people begin to talk of open grazing and something, see where your right starts and stops, another person's right starts. So I don't think this should be something that should be debated on. Nobody should be championing something that you know. With open grazing, how do you even tax the people? How do you even look at the cows? They are looking unhealthy. How do you even make use of the dungs they produce? And they're trying to make people understand that they can be more useful by ranching and making this look like business. They're making it look like it's something you go to the cow. Do you know how much a cow costs?
Yes.
It can even give you more money than even the oil if it is well utilized.
Absolutely.
So they're trying to make people look sensible. They're making it look like we are still in Precambrian era. Please, people should apply wisdom, please. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Chinedu. I mean, he's just put it strongly. You know, I didn't even think about the value chain. The cow will eat grass, produce manure, so you can use that to grow. You know, so
but I just
you mentioned it. It's a circle, right? So I was even saying that for me. By the time you've done that, you sink your borehole, you do everything, you have created a business. I think the conversation should be, how can we convert these bushes, all this Ambisa forest, all those bushes along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway that kidnappers are using as kidnappers. And I remember when we moved to our farmland, there was one house, you know, this kind of in the middle of a forest. You can, like, there was something just spooky about that house. You could tell that house was not meant for good. And because, of course, we were light going there, the man had to run away. He's not there anymore. Do you understand? Because what would you be locating a house in the middle of the bush? Even this insecurity and this kidnapping and all of that, it will because we have plenty of them. Imagine if you start to clear all these bushes that we have. You understand? The worst you can do, you can say, you know what, I will lease the land to you. You'll be paying. You give a moratorium in installment. But let me take Richard. Then, sorry, I'll come to you.
No problem.
Richard, are you there? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good evening, my sister.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, as regards to the topic being discussed this evening, I don't know why when you hear news of people being killed or kidnapped or something like that, all of a sudden the presidency goes silent. But when you talk about anything that has to do with cow or cow business, you see them coming out and blazing with all their lawful in them. It's just to tell you that there's a hidden agenda. So since they don't want to talk about the hidden agenda, they allow people like myself to keep talking about that hidden agenda that they have. It's so sad that animal business is our national thing. It's so sad. So sad. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Richard. And this is what we always say with our government.
Absolutely.
Oh, let me hear you.
Another thing is, basically, I'm also going to look at it from the perspective that if we decide to say, okay, we're not going to go the route of cattle ranching, basically, and we decide to do the open grazing, and we say, okay, we let them come over and do that, how will the government make it effective? Our problem is not about, giving the orders. It's about what? Implementation. How will the government or the southern government also implement this also, stating that we don't want them to come this way at all?
They've been arresting them.
They've been arresting
Yes.
them. Oh, that's fine.
Because I remember,
That's
I think,
fine.
was it Ekiti State then?
Aside from Sunday Igboho, though.
No. They've been arresting
Nothing
them.
is
Yeah.
wrong. Okay.
I remember some state governments.
So I'm just looking at it from the two-edged
and-
sword.
yeah.
Where are we going to? How are we going to actually implement this to make sure that whatever is going to happen will not happen? And another thing.
Wait, let
is
me
this.
take a call quickly.
Okay.
Simon from Kaduna, are you there? Thank you for calling.
I should hold.
Yeah.
I hope you don't forget it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Simon, I can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Yeah, we are not. How can government, if there is anyone left called government, prioritize cow over his people? We are not just idiots. I wonder how we got this thing. And the basic thing, the so-called elder statesmen, they are quiet. Nigeria is leading seriously.
Thank you.
I wonder what the so-called upcoming generation will look up to. It's so painful and annoying. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it's just a waste of time.
Thank you,
Talking
Simon.
about Nigeria.
Thank you, Simon.
So, looking at it from the point of,
Do you think,
as
but
I
do you
was
think,
saying,
with what Simon is saying, do you think with the government, it seems like they're really prioritizing cows over human beings? Do you think so?
That's a tough one to say that they're prioritizing humans over cows, but
Prioritizing
cows over humans. But the language we have,
language.
we have seen in the past. I mean, the children were kidnapped from school. Our president went to check his cattle ranch, check the cattle in his ranch. So it's like nothing seems to make any sense anymore. Like you said, they shock you. So for me, basically, I was going to say, before we had a call from the last caller, I was going to talk about the identity and how to clamp down on individuals who have actually, who are the herdsmen, basically.
Okay. So just hold on to that.
Again.
Yeah. Isoke has called in from Abuja. Hi, Isoke. Isoke, how are you?
Hello?
It's okay. Thank you for calling.
Hello? Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Oh, we lost him. Yeah.
I think another call is coming.
I didn't know
in,
Isoke
though.
was
a man's name.
I was expecting a lady.
a lady's voice as
Go ahead.
well. Okay, I thought another call was coming
No, go ahead.
in. Okay, so I was going to talk about it from the context of, having to pick, if we had to allow open grazing, how do we also manage it or make it effective? Basically, I was also thinking that we could actually go after the individuals, which is what is currently going on, identify those who are actually the herdsmen, put them aside. We separate the goats from the sheep, put them aside. Those who are militias, the ones that are actually causing the mayhem, causing the commotion in the country, we actually do, we hold them accountable.
Separate them.
Yes, we hold them accountable to the law, or treat them as criminals as they deserve. Basically,
Do we even have the mechanism to be able to do that? That's the question.
someone also called and said that we have it, Osaiwame, we have it, but are we using it? That's the key thing here.
Okay.
I mean, when the Boko Haram, they broke into the military base in Kaduna or somewhere in the north, they actually came out with some ammunition and armory during that period. And they actually, put it online and said they're newly acquired armory. I mean, we have it, but we are not using it.
All right, so Uwa, imagine moving cattle from place to place in the nomadic manners, like the herdsmen do to feed the cattle. The weight gain in whatever these cows have eaten would be lost in energy and weight loss by calorie burn. It defies logic. The solution is cattle ranching. It is the future and poses job opportunities for the value chain.
Absolutely.
If these northern governors cannot understand this, it's a tragedy. Even Saudi Arabia, from where they like to copy everything from, uses cattle ranches with more efficient breeds of cattle that produce more meat, milk. That's from Ufoma. And I totally agree with you, Ufoma. We have Sam from Abuja. Sam, are you there? Thank you for calling. Sam, are you there? Yeah, let's hear what you have to say.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sugar, why can't they hear me?
Why can't they hear us?
Can you hear me now?
If you are hearing me, what I'm trying to say, if you are hearing me clearly, what I'm trying to say is, why are we talking about this animal husbandry? When we need to talk, they've been talking about this issue for the past 6 years. How many years we've been talking about this issue? Animal this, animal this, animal that. Why? Why are we talking about it? Why always we giving them power? They don't want to see as if, they have all space. We should have other things to say. The southern governor, which I think, they don't want open grazing. They need it's a personal business. Animal husbandry is a personal business. Just like somebody owning a poultry farm. That is what it means. It's a poultry farm. They're supposed to do it as the southern government have agreed that they don't want open grazing. They should continue. They should stand on their word and let the people do their own business. It's a personal business. You can do it. You can do it. My sister there, Mori can do it. Every one of us can do it. You just choose to do it and have your own family. God bless you.
Thank you. So Elsie sent me a tweet by Akinyoyebody. And I think they posted ranching, It says the best part of this, the best part is that 6 of our Jersey cow are now delivering 150 liters of milk per day, compared to 50 liters from 40 indigenous cows. Tells me we will soon hit 1,000 liters per day mark. So Zil was now saying that, as we can see, there are far more efficient ways to achieve peaceful and productive ends. 6 cows on a ranch producing the same daily volume of milk as 120 trekking cows would have. So that's to tie up to what Ufoma sent as a message, saying that the efficiency of the what's it called, the strength of the cow is even lost.
When
all
they
the
move
fat
around
they
a
gain
lot.
and all of that, because calorie burn. So I hear some people say they like the strong meat. If it's in a ranch, the meat is too blah blah.
They should allow the the cow move around the ranch as often as possible.
Let me take Abdurazak. Abdurazak from Taraba. Thank you for calling. Let me take Abdurazak. Abdurazak from Taraba. Thank you for calling. Oh, sugar.
Yes, how are you, madam?
Fine.
Hello.
Go ahead. Go ahead, we can hear you.
I'm supporting what Mr. Sam said. Why always talking about this animal raising animal?
Okay, so I've been begging you people, when you call in, don't listen to the TV, talk to us, you know, turn off the volume of your TV so we can hear you. Right? So I like so let us be very strategic in our conversations.
Exactly.
Now, you see, if we put these cows in a ranch, they will not only produce more milk,
absolutely,
they will produce manure, they'll produce so many things that will be used, the value chain, it's endless. You can't even quantify, you know, so many things. So you cannot have a proper,
it's like a one-stop shop for beef.
Proper equipment of how, you know the way you see, the way they skin the animals abroad, the full machine line. You know, you're able to do that and sell clean, proper meat that you don't have to go to all this abattoir and the processes and all of that they're doing. So I'm saying that if these people approach this as more of business, right? If they approach it more like a business, because I don't think the government is seeing it as a business. That is where the biggest problem is. That's why they are trying to make it look like
that's why
the southern governors are being political.
That's why I said they are politicking.
Let me take Charles from Port Harcourt.
Everything has been politicized.
Yeah. Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, please, there's a question you asked your colleague there, whether if he thinks as if the federal government prioritize cattle more than human being or so.
Yes.
I want to say seriously that they do, because if you look at what is happening in Benue State, a lot of people have lost their life there. The governor has been shouting every time, and there's no action from federal government, no reaction. But anytime you say anything contrary against cattle business, you see Lai Mohammed coming out, you see Garba Shehu coming out, you see Femi Adesina coming out. My dear, it pains me so hard that every day, all we discuss on national dailies, our newspaper is cow, while other countries are busy making progress. My dear, it's so disheartening. Thank you, guys. Well done.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you so much. Let's see. I don't think I like the I don't want us to sound like, you know, a broken record, or I don't want to sound like I'm trying to throw blames, but in all honesty, with the current things, we only feed off what you
give off.
What to give, yeah.
Yes.
So with the current feed that I am getting, right, it seems like the president, you know, when I was growing up, actually, I hear that the Fulani man, his cow, you can touch him, but don't touch his cow. If you touch his cow, it is life for life. That's how they see it. And we've seen this happen countless times. Remember, it started in the East where they were complaining they would now go for a reprisal attack because they killed maybe a cow and all of that. So these are the things that can be completely eradicated, right? If every government says, you know what, there are available farmlands, we'll give you a payment plan. When we were acquiring our land for farming, we didn't pay all at once. We had a payment structure that we organized with the owners of the land. We don't have the money, but we want to buy the farmland. So how can we structure this payment? So it's the same thing. With cows, do you know that they even make much more money than other grain crop? Because one cow can solve your problem for a very long time.
And another thing,
do you understand? So imagine, so let me land the point. So imagine if the government says, okay, there are excess lands everywhere. So we will pick the location. It will curb insecurity. It will curb so many things.
Totally.
And they will not create a proper ranching system. So all you need to do is to come plug and play. You select where you want to play. Do you want to play in the west, in the east, or in the north? You understand?
I think I think Obasanjo already has a ranch which is running. The cows are not moving from point A to point B. They are not destroying people's farms. They are being fed in the ranch. So that the ranch can actually be done in Nigeria without any hassle.
Absolutely.
And I was going to...
Let me just quickly take... Samuel, are you there? Because we ran out of time. Whenever we open the phone lines, it's like that. Samuel, are you there? Quickly, let's hear what you have to say. Did we lose him? Samuel? Okay, quickly.
I've lost my
thought. Okay, quickly take your comments. So we just quickly tie up our message and we move on. That's from Raphael.
Okay. This is from Raphael, and he says, open grazing seems to be a lucrative way of business for the nomads for lack of knowledge, but they need more education to understand effectiveness of ranching. Now, what I was going to say is this. Another thing is, let's take into cognizance that the fact that we have the Fulani people moving around, they might not be the key, these are not the key owners of the cattle. So we might have people who are, I don't want to use the word.
Who they are helping.
Yes, who owns the cattle and who are probably influential in the north. And they know
who told you it's only northerners that own cattle. That's a misconception.
See where I'm coming from. See where I'm coming from. Because all these actually started from the north. It didn't just start from the south. It started from the north. So
I just think we need to have more business people invest in that sector and just teach them how it's going to be done well.
Even if they teach them how to do it. Those that have invested, some people are actually gaining from what is currently going on. So if you decide to put it in a structured environment, they will say, oh no, we are not going to gain anything from this anymore.
You know why? I totally disagree. You know why I'm saying that? It's ignorance that will make them say that.
That is the point I'm making.
So they
are ignorant.
Do you know that if your cow is fatter,
they are looking at what they can achieve from
wait
it.
Now. If your cow is fatter, chubbier, healthier, producing more milk, you make more money. So it's ignorance that is making them to think that if they put a structure, it might not be profitable for them. You know how beef is expensive.
Do you know that probably they take the cow from the north to the south? They can actually do I don't know. The bottom line is, I just feel that there is an end game to this.
Well, we'll find out that.
Whatever the end game is, it's not just about the cattle. And it's not about the Fulani
It has become political.
It is totally political. And secondly, we now know the real problems we have in Nigeria. It's not about the north, it's not about the south, it's all about the people and our mindset and the politicking we have in Nigeria currently.
Alrighty, so I think we have managed to sustain the conversation. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that called in. So we'll keep the conversation going. Honestly speaking, I do not know why we're talking about cattle, but we have to talk about it because it's a major problem and we have to find solutions to insecurity in Nigeria. That's why we're talking about it. All right, so Ways was birthed from the need to inform, influence, and inspire lives towards action. And of course, this year we started our CSR focus on curbing unemployment in Nigeria. So if you're a company, please partner with us. And if you're a job seeker, follow us on all our social media and keep watching Ways and tell your friends to keep all eyes on Ways. We hope to start announcing that soon. All right, so our quote for today. The best way to control cow and sheep is to give them a big, very massive grazing field.
Absolutely.
And trust me, we have so many of those fields in Nigeria here.
Absolutely.
As in just on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway alone, it can accommodate the entire cattle that we have in the country. Absolutely. We'll see you live tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.